Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Arguing in public while negotiating in private. The UAW and GM waging their strike battles on two fronts. Hey, Ben.
Jason, we've used up all the good stuff during the work week. Our transition into the weekend is going to try our patience. We'll see when things are going to calm down. Kim?
Okay, Ben. And a judge has second thoughts about granting bond to a man accused of raping a child, then running from the law for more than a decade. Many people involved in this case were shocked to learn that Corey Gaston had been granted bond in a Detroit courtroom.
Prosecutors arguing he's clearly a flight risk, especially considering he was captured in Guadalajara, Mexico, before being brought back to Detroit.
Sean Lay joins us with more on this case and what prompted the judge to reconsider possibly letting this man go free again. Sean.
That's exactly right, Kimberly and Jason. Good evening to you. The story also very much about the judge, Prentice Edwards Jr. He may have been feeling the heat about his bond decision in this case that he made yesterday because his courtroom security today ordered the media not to show the judge in his own courtroom during an emergency hearing addressing this bond. After spending years hunting down fugitive Corey Gaston, he was finally caught, and the U.S. Marshals were in shock that a judge again gave Gaston a bond, giving him yet another chance to run.
I thought it was a done deal that he was going to come and serve his, answer to those charges, have his day in court. And then I received a call yesterday evening or afternoon from the prosecutors and, other people advising me that he received a $25,000 bond with GPS, and I was just amazed.
Prosecutors also objected, asking for this emergency hearing today to again ask Wayne County Circuit Court Judge Prentice Edwards Jr. to revoke Gaston's bond. This time, the judge agreed to hold Gaston. Still, the Marshals were in shock that one of their most wanted fugitives was given a bond in the first place.
Couldn't believe that happened, knowing that he's been on the lam for over 10 years and actively running to another country under another alias. So
Gaston is accused of raping a 10-year-old girl in Detroit, fleeing after he was charged, fleeing again after he was given a bond in 2008. He was found in Mexico just days ago.
I'm so gracious and glad for the victim and her family that the judicial system, they reconsidered it and knew this guy had to, remain in custody till his day in court.
And he remains in custody tonight. We asked Judge Edwards for his side of this story, his thinking on this for an interview today. Kimberly, he did not respond to our request.
Just curious, how did Prosecutor Kim Worthy react to today's move by the judge, Sean?
We asked for her comments as well. She tells us tonight we are very pleased today that Judge Edwards has reconsidered his ruling and has now revoked that bond and remanded that defendant to jail.
Yeah. All right, Sean.
Well, I think I saw Denver had a temperature drop of from 80 to 13 degrees. When I see ours, I don't feel so bad.
No, we're getting the better of this, and it's still going to be a shock to the system. The other thing we've got to deal with is the rain that's coming before the temperatures start to tumble. And it's not much out there. It's some pretty light scattered stuff on 4 Live radar. This is generally the way it's going to be, with one exception. Closer to the cold front, you can see that rain becoming a little bit more intense. So we could see some heavier showers as this passes through in the next couple hours. Now, we're not going to be done behind that. There's still going to be rain that's going to be with us through the overnight hours, but it will be gone by tomorrow morning. And speaking of temp drops, we've got low 60s there. Then that cold front comes through, and we're all the way down to 53 by midnight, and we'll still be dropping overnight. Some of us go to the 30s for lows. We'll show you what the rest of the weekend looks like in just a few minutes. Guys?
All right, Ben, day 26 of the UAW strike against General Motors has been filled with tension and some new insight into what's on the table. We told you at 5 about 2 big sweeteners from GM, the automaker offering to put an electric pickup truck at Detroit Hamtramck facility, plus a boost in the amount of money invested into plants. But despite that, the two sides appear very willing to argue in public and try to win the PR battle. Local 4 business editor Rod Maloney is live at the RenCen, where the talks are ongoing, with a look. Rod, this is not helpful, is it?
No, it's not helpful at all, and it's one of those things where if you believe what you've read and heard and even seen on video over the last 24 hours, you'd wonder how they can even exist in the same building together. But let's take a look at the RenSan, because as we speak, talks are ongoing, and in fact, they could settle this thing at any time, so let's not be too concerned about this. But let's just take into account what the union said about the company today. GM has not taken the issues of our more than 48,000 members seriously, they said in a letter. The company strategy from day one has been to play games at the expense of workers. After 26 days of walking these circles, the rain isn't making this any easier out here for Jelaine Trussell and her fellow UAW members. Still, the faith is strong.
They are working on our behalf. That's our leadership, and we have to believe that they're doing the best things for us.
GM today laid the lengthy strike at the union's feet, saying in a letter, from the outset, General Motors has been committed to an agreement that is fair and worthy of our team members' support. On Monday, we presented another offer we felt achieved our mutual objectives. GM said last night in another letter, there's not been a counteroffer. The company went on to say, quote, our offer commits to thousands of new jobs right here in the U.S. and billions of dollars in new investment in our communities. This afternoon, UAW Vice President Terry Dittus put out this response video.
Despite that letter, your bargaining team has been here around the clock working to get you the contract that you deserve.
So what's going on here? Former GM lead negotiator Art Schwartz says he knows.
They gave them an offer, a comprehensive offer on Monday. It's Friday now, and they haven't gotten a response. I would expect if my members were out on strike, I'd be responding within hours, not days.
Whatever they have to do to get us back into the plan, to get us back working, whatever it takes. Yes.
You want to see that?
Yes.
Well, they're up here in the RenSan negotiating this afternoon. I just got off the phone and found out that they are meeting. Question becomes, how long will they meet? And at this point, we don't know how late this will go. They've been knocking off around 9 or 10 for the most part. They had some subcommittees stay until about 3 a.m. on Thursday, but that's it, and we're still waiting to hear. So back to you.
Yeah, and you know, Rod, we've talked about marathon negotiations as the signal that things were moving forward. Do you think we'll get there soon?
Well, you would imagine that they have to at some point, because that's how these things get settled. Arthur Schwartz was telling me that today. He says they need to get to marathon talks. And in fact, that's what Mary Barra was saying when they met on Thursday. Let's get a counter offer. Let's get to marathon talks, and let's
celebrating Metro Detroit women. Afterwards, she took a moment to discuss the current state budget battle in which funding has not yet been guaranteed for some important programs.
Hey, we could act as early as this week. You know, you see that we all are focused on some of the same issues. If people of goodwill want to get to the table, I'm ready to act. We can go as quickly as this week. Maybe it'll take a couple weeks. But the fact of the matter is, budgets get enacted and supplementals happen in the months that, you know, between the first and the last of the year. So we'll keep working.
Right now, both sides of the aisle have plans in place and are trying to negotiate to end that budget stalemate.
Deputies say this man seen leering outside homes is a repeat offender they've been after for months. This week, he was caught on camera sneaking around a Rochester Hills home. We're told he's been caught at least 5 times looking into people's homes. Deputies tell us the same man is the one who sneaked into a Troy home in July and touched a woman's leg while she was sleeping. Take a good look there. If you recognize him, you're asked to call the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. Updating a story now we brought you a week ago. A buildup of lint has been blamed for a fire at a deer processing facility in Elmont. We're told the fire at the Country Smokehouse started in a commercial dryer. It then spread to the roof, destroying part of the building. The owners tell us they were working on expanding the business when the fire happened last week. Those plans are on hold, but the owners say they do hope to rebuild.
A call for help tonight from a canine handler and his partner from Hazel Park. Officer Mike Kasdorf and his canine Lando have been partners for 4 years, but the vehicle they're in needs to be replaced. However, Hazel Park can't afford that right now. But as Nick Monticelli reports, that's where you come in, because you can help them get a new ride simply by voting.
Hey, boys, what'd you find? He's my partner. He's my best friend. I've told him more stuff than I've told most people in my whole life. We talk all the time. Well, I talk. I think he listens.
And Canine Lando is probably a very good listener. Heck, he never disagrees with anything Hazel Park officer Mike Kasdorf has to say. And they both certainly agree it's time for a new ride.
There's some transmission issues. There's been AC issues, which is huge with the dog, because the dog has to stay cool back there.
In fact, parts of their car don't work at all, like the wireless system to open the door or alert Officer Kasdorf if it's too hot inside.
We're literally, 70 feet away, and I've got no signal.
That is exactly why Kasdorf entered a national competition through vested interest. Now they're one of 29 finalists and just need your votes to win a brand new police Tahoe with all the canine gear. And Lando certainly deserves it after recently catching several suspects, even finding a missing 2-year-old boy that wandered away and got trapped in a neighbor's garage.
He wouldn't leave it, so I banged on the garage 3 times, and all I heard was a, ah. And I was like, oh my God, there's a kid in there. Everybody asked, do you really need police dogs? Yeah, you do. Because we had several people check that garage and no one found him. He did.
So here's the bottom line. Lando needs your help. To win this competition, they need all of these votes, and you can do that. We've got the link so you can vote on our website at clickondetroit.com. In Hazel Park with Lando, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
A great name. I don't know what's cooler, the new vehicle or a dog named Lando.
That's a great name. And it looked like he was smiling at the camera too the whole time. All right, time for a check of the national stories you'll see ahead at 6:30 on NBC Nightly News.
Lester Holt joins us live from New York City with a preview. Hi, Lester.
Hey, Jason and Kim, ahead for us the latest on wildfires in Los Angeles and massive evacuations underway. Plus, the little girl who stole Michelle Obama's heart in a viral photo, now back with a new story to tell.
Yes, and I remember that photo. She was looking up at Mrs. Obama's portrait, right?
I mean, she was spellbound. It was a sweet moment. I got to sit down with little Parker Curry and her mom at the National Gallery where that first photo was taken. The little girl says her life has changed a lot since that viral moment, so she wrote a book about it with maybe a little help from Mom, but we'll hear more about that when we see you back here tonight.
Okay, Lester, we'll be looking forward to it. Thank you.
Can't wait for that. Ahead for us here, the search for America's most photogenic baby came to the Oakland Mall today, and there were some serious contenders for this title.
We'll have that coming up, plus the germiest places in your home. You may want to change where you're scrubbing after hearing where those germs are hiding. That's next.